His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. And he's choking out. Everybody's joking now. The clocks run out. Time's up. Over. Plow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rhythm. He choked. He's so mad, but he won't give up that. As you know, he won't have it. He knows. His whole backs and his ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to his mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This whole rhapsody, better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass and lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Go!
Rashana Chandasamapi Pankalana Chakaltaro Vande Vani Vidayako Gurudev की जय। मैं साकेत सिन्हा आप सभी लोगों को यहाँ वेलकम कर रहा हूँ। I am Saket Sinha welcoming you to the program for the very pious cause of making the future secure for the whole entire universe by supporting the kids that are going to need the support from you all is basically by providing them midday meals. Again, we have esteemed guests. I would not take too long of a time by speaking a lot. Let's begin the lighting. Lamp light. Okay, so I am back again. I gave a slok from Ramcharitmanas just a moment ago, and that was basically saying that we have articulated these letters into words and words into nice poetry, and we are asking for blessings. That is what it meant in a very nutshell. The details are, tremendous amount of information with it. I want you all to understand what the meaning we have for the whole program for the donation. The purpose is very easily outlined, and Tulsidas ji says very easily in a very compact poetry in Ramcharitmanas. He says that प्रकट चारि पद धर्म के कली महु एक प्रधान येन केन विधि दीने दान करहि कल्याण. So the only way to get the people of our entire universe to get to the next level of spiritual support and get ourselves is by donating whichever way, which is what he says. Yen came with it. So, welcome all. Thanks to be with Akshya Patra Indiana chapter. Some of you have been anchor and the backbone of this whole chapter. I would like Dr. Ravi Bhagwat to come and give us his 2 minutes, 2 cents, and let the program begin.
Thank you, Saket. I would like to thank you all for coming today for this great occasion. As you see that it is a very simple concept. you prepare food, you feed the kids, but there is a lot that goes into it. I visited a center in Bangalore, and it was amazing. The cleanliness, it was like I was stepping into an operating room. You know, you had to have all the masks and everything gown up. You go in there, they are making this massive amount of rice, sambar, sabji, and there are people lined up outside to take the food so that they can feed the kids, you know. So can you imagine that they are feeding in India over 2 million children every day? That is a big undertaking. And I think that, and it costs a lot of money. So I think it is very important that we all support the cause. We understand that this is very important because not only a child gets a meal every day, but also there are some children who go there because a meal is provided. So there are two things happening. Child getting a meal and good education, and the people coming for meal and getting educated as well. So I think this is a very good cause. And you know, as Akshya Patra says, you know, this is basically the Pandavas got Akshya Patra from, you know, sun god so that they could feed their guests during their Vanavasa time, you know. But I would like to say that we also have, each one of us has Akshya Patra. And my Akshya Patra is this wallet, you know. So please open your heart, your wallet, and donate generously for this wonderful cause. And I would like to thank Mr. Goyal, Naveen Goyal, to be here. They came all the way from Ohio. Please, Naveen. Thank you for coming all the way from Daytona. Oh, Dayton, Ohio, not Daytona.
Thank you so much. I think, you know, my part of coming from Dayton, Ohio was the easier one, but you all taking out a Saturday evening to support the cause and coming out here is much more incredible and amazing. So thank you all for coming out. God bless. And with that, I think, you know, you heard about our cause. What I wanted to just share with you is a little bit of the numbers, you know, to make you sort of see what it all entails. As Dr. Saket was sharing and Dr. Bhargav was sharing earlier, you know, about Akshaya Patra, which is, we have 2.2 million children that we serve every day in 24,000 schools across 17 states and 3 union territories. And we've been doing this for 25 years. So you can see both the enormity, the scale, the industrialization, the quality, and the history. That it's not something that we do as merely feeling good kind of a program where, you know, 2 people come together and they feel like serving a child a meal today, and if tomorrow they didn't feel like it, they didn't serve it. It's not that. It's absolutely an industrial quality, day in, day out, seva incorporated. And the other thing I wanted to share is, to do all of these things, it takes both capital, commitment, passion, compassion, energy, and the wherewithal and understanding of how to make all of this stuff happen. It's a very, very, you know, sophisticated engineering process that the doctor talked to you earlier about when you went to see the kitchen, right? It looked like an OR, because if you're going to do food production, meal production, which is tasty, nutritious, day in, day out, you can't have a food poisoning syndrome, right? And you'll be surprised that despite doing this for 25 years, we've been able to do it without any incidents like that, which is unheard of even in the West when you're serving in a restaurant, right? When you go to a party. The other small thing about it is, most people who understand, you know, meals, food, large scale, and I'm sure some of you are in that profession as well, they all think refrigeration and microwaving is a very standard part of the exercise. So you'll be pleased to know that Akshaya Patra does all of this stuff without a refrigerator required in the process or a microwave. Because we start from scratch every day with the ingredients at 4 a.m. in the morning to prepare the entire meal, serve it literally as a prasadam, and then load it into trucks, which are basically taking it and ensuring that the time the meal is served to the child, it's at 65 degrees centigrade without reheating or cooling. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we do. So I hope you get a sense of what all it entails. And you know, we have lots of videos to show that, but I just thought I'll bring out a little color of the kinds of things we do. And then there is the story of the 35,000 families in United States. They're just as committed to this as are the 9,000 warriors who serve these meals every day to these kids. They make it all possible. They are the ones who've made us be able to take this undertaking. They are the ones who've given capital to Akshya Patra in the form of these kitchens. I mean, these kitchens, you know, take a lot of money, and that is what allows us to serve these high quality meals day in, day out. So it's not only the $20 that feeds a child for a year, but it's sometimes a $2 million that goes in the kitchen, which is being leveraged to make this meal be served in high quality at $20. So just some data, some numbers for all of us. And with that, I think, you know, I would like to thank all of you. And if we can play a video of Akshya Patra's kitchen or any other videos that we intend to play, Dr. Saket, I would like to bring you back on the floor. If there are any questions, by the way, I'm here. I would be happy to answer any questions that you all may have.
Thank you.
So we are a little bit behind the schedule, and so we will go ahead and introduce our special guest today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sinha, Indiana chapter, Naveen, for all the great words you had. My name is Ankita. I'm the Vice President for Akshya Patra US. And thank you so much to all of you for coming and for being here, supporting our kids and us. And now it is a time to introduce a very special guest. And his name is Sparsh. Sparsh, also known as Puridam, is a 21-year-old prodigy, an extraordinary singer, rapper, songwriter, music producer, inspirational speaker, philanthropist, and Guinness World Record holder. Born with osteogenesis imperfecta, a condition that makes his bones extremely fragile, Sparsh has endured over 150 fractures and numerous surgeries. Yet through it all, his spirit remains unbreakable. Gifted with a divine voice and a brilliant mind, Sparsh has performed and spoken at over 350 live and virtual events across 9 countries. He has appeared on multiple TV and radio shows and has amassed over 400 million views across social media. Even more inspiring is the fact that he has helped raise over $2.5 million for various non-for-profit organizations, including Akshya Patra, continuing to motivate and inspire millions across the globe with his boundless energy and passion. Sparsh, thank you so much for sharing your light with us. We're truly blessed to have you here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sparsh.
देवियों और सज्जनों, हमने इस दौर की शुरुआत में चंद पंक्तियां कही थी कि सूरज सा तेज नहीं मुझ में, दीपक सा जलता देखोगे, अपनी हद रोशन करने से तुम मुझको कब तक रोकोगे, तुम मुझको कब तक रोकोगे। और जब ये पंक्तियां एक बच्चे के हौसले और हिम्मत पर सटीक बैठती हों तो खुशी दुगनी हो जाती है। केबीसी के ग्रैंड फिनाले में आज मैं एक ऐसे नन्हे जादूगर को यहां आमंत्रित करने जा रहा हूं जो आवाज के जादूगर है, अंदाज के जादूगर है, सिंगर, सॉन्ग राइटर, रैपर, मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर, ऑल द वे फ्रॉम द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका, द वंडर किड स्पर्श शाह। तालियों के साथ उनका स्वागत।
जैसा कोई नहीं, मैं हंसी नहीं 100 दिन दुनिया घुमा है, नहीं काहे तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं, मैं गया जहाँ भी बस तेरी याद थी। Feel free to keep it going। जो मेरे साथ थी, मुझको तड़पाती रुलाती, सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत, प्यार है बस तेरा प्यार ही, माँ तुझे सलाम। वंदे मातरम, yeah, please sing with me। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, come on। सबके दिलों को मोहब्बत से बांधे जो हम ऐसी जंजीर है, ऊंची उड़ाने हैं, ऊंचे इरादे हैं, हम कल की तस्वीर है, जो हमें प्यार दे उससे यार प्यार दे, दोस्ती के लिए जिंदगी अब दीवार दे, जो हमें प्यार दे उससे यार प्यार दे, दोस्ती के लिए जिंदगी अब दीवार दे। हमने कहा है जो तुम भी कहो, सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। कौन? हिंदुस्तानी। कब से, हाँ कब से तू लपते रुकी है, कह दे, हाँ कह दे, अब आग झुकी है, कह दे, ऐसी ऐसी रोशन आंखें, रोशन दोनों दे है क्या। आजा आजा जिंद शामे आने के तले, आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमान के तले, जय हो everybody, जय हो, come on sing it, जय हो, जय हो, sing जय हो, जय हो, जय हो। सुनो गौर से दुनिया वालों, बुरी नजर ना हम पे डालो, चाहे जितना जोर लगा लो, सबसे आगे होंगे हिंदुस्तानी। कौन? हिंदुस्तानी। वंदे मातरम, बोलो वंदे मातरम, 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 माँ तुझे सलाम। Thank you so much. Namaste, Indiana. How are you today? Oh, come on. I know we have more energy than that. How are you today, Indiana? Now that is the energy of a crowd of love, don't you think? Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you to every one of you here today. All of you, beautiful people, for joining us. Just showing up, I believe, is half the battle already won. So coming out here, as Navinji had said, you know, taking a Saturday evening off, you could have been doing anything, watching movies with your kids or grandkids. You could have been, you know, outside, maybe at the park, enjoying beautiful weather, as my grandparents like to do, and talk with the other grandmas and grandpas. Although, there are a lot of you here today, so you all can still talk to each other. Yeah, I mean, you could have been playing games, anything, but you chose to be here tonight. And we are here together to keep helping the children of India who are most in need never have to quit education because of hunger. So thank you so, so much for coming out here. Please, I think you should give a huge round of applause for each other, please. Second, I want to thank Dr. Sinha, Dr. Dharla, Darshna ji, Subir ji, Somita ji, Dr. Bhagwat, Dr. Chandra, Naveen ji, Ankita ji, Mr. Trevor back there doing the sound, Miss Nicole, Miss Irma, and Miss Shara, who are helping us, giving us this beautiful Indian food to have. The rest of the entire, team at this cultural center. Thank you to every single one of you, because it takes a village. So let's give them all a huge round of applause too, please. And yeah, to all of you, I am truly, truly blessed to have been a part of Akshya Patra for the last almost 3 years, because again, this cause is just so, so noble. And I am overjoyed to see that organizations like Akshya Patra bring out a people who do not just have a common culture, but also a common purpose. I think the world has so much to learn from us Desis, and probably foremost is the zeal we have to never forget our roots. And as you may know, our roots go way back. Could we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, and then one more slide, please. America has been called a melting pot of cultures. How many of you have heard that word, melting pot? Yes, a few of you? My friends, just look at us today. India is no different. We are a melting pot too. We might have been the original. Over thousands of years, not hundreds, thousands, different peoples brought their food, their clothing, their art, their customs, their spirituality, so much more to make India what it is today. And that is why I think we see Indians everywhere we go nowadays. We've become the forerunners in world progress because we are so diverse. I mean, look at what we have done as Indians. Next slide, please. Long before the world understood the importance of physical exercise. Next slide, please. We were already, next slide, please. We were already endeavoring to integrate our bodies and minds and spirits. And this was before exercise even became a thing in the world. Next slide, please. Before the world discovered living cells in a microscope and figured out how to express nothing. Next slide, please. We not only invented zero, but we proposed not the cell, but the atom. Next slide, please. Today, my friends, we are not just doctors and engineers and lawyers. I'm happy to say that I'm not saying that's not a great thing. It definitely is. No, it definitely is. But we Indians are now athletes too. We are authors. We are artists of every kind of art, like me. And best of all, next slide please, we're even world leaders. Side note. Yeah! Side note, these images are not intended to offend any individual or community or to denigrate any political party, so viewer discretion is advised. But this is why I'm so grateful to be an Indian. India gave me so much more than the samosa and paneer and pav bhaji and khakra, dhokla, thepla, dosa, fafda that I hold dear to my stomach. India also gave me the values I hold dear to my heart. So, Dad, where are you? Dad, where are you? Huh?
He's up there.
Hey, there you are. So to Dad, And to mom, she's back at, she's actually in India right now, right? Dad and mom, thank you for not only giving me India's culture, not simply settling for that, but also giving me India's values, because these values were what gave me a positive outlook on life. And that positive outlook on life inspires me, compels me to thank God that I was born with this body. Because to me, this fragile body is not a weakness, it is a God-given strength. Thank you. So even, next slide please, even though, yes, I have gone through 150 fractures in my life, and I have 8 rods and 22 screws in my body, and in just these 21 years of life, I do mean it when I say, my purpose is bigger than my pain, and my ambition is stronger than my adversity. But what is my ambition? My ambition is to sparsh everyone's hearts throughout the world. Thank you. You guys are too kind. You all are too kind. And what is my purpose? My purpose is to serve the world by giving back everything that I have been given to those who need it so much more than me. Because I want to leave this world a brighter place than I found it. Just like the deal here today. Anyone else feel that way? Does anyone here want to leave the world a better place than they found it? A brighter place than they found it? Yes! I love that. It's funny too, because this world technically is brighter than it's ever been. I mean, we have TV, cell phones, computers, LED lights, list goes on. But sometimes I cannot help but wonder, how is it that in a world that is brighter than it's ever been, we're surrounded by the darkness of division and depression and death more than ever? How is it that in a world that's more connected than ever, our relationships with friends and family and faith are more feeble than ever? I mean, case in point. Next slide, please. How many of us have done something like this, even today? How many of us were texting or emailing or calling someone who wasn't even here today? Raise your hand if you have.
I'm taking this picture.
Okay, I've been guilty of doing this too. It is totally okay, I understand. So in this day and age, if we don't show the world what it means to be a loving human being, who will? And that is why I believe we need to become involved in community service more than ever. And I will say, this is something I feel strongly about. Donating money to organizations like Akshya Patra is a huge thing, not just a big thing, it's a huge thing. And, you know, giving your time and volunteering, all of these different, you know, things. How many of us have kids or grandkids here? How many of you? Raise your hand.
Everyone.
Yeah, you must be hearing all the time, right? Oh, Dad, I need to get 40 hours in from my school. I need to volunteer these many hours. Where do I, you know, give my time so I can fulfill this requirement to get into this club, this honor society, or whatever it might be? And that is not just a big thing, that is a huge thing. Because 40 hours, who can say that they give 40 hours in a year? Not every kid will want to do that. But one thing I'm very passionate about is that true service has nothing to do with that. True service, it does not matter whether you give 1 hour or 40 hours. It does not matter whether you give $1 or $1 million. True service is not an action, not a commitment, not even a habit. It's a lifestyle. Seva ought not to just be our karma. It ought to be our very dharma. So, all we need to do, my friends, are 3 little things. So, would you all like to learn what those 3 little things are? I like to, okay. All right, next slide, please. This is something that you can even take with their kids or grandkids. Step 1, pay it forward. What's step 1, everyone? Yes. Because, next slide, please. In the legendary words of Mr. Muhammad Ali, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. Yeah. Deep, right? Funny thing is, I talked about volunteer hours and getting into a club. Guess where I first read this quote? We had to write an essay in high school to get into the National Honor Society in my school in New Jersey. And this was the quote we had to write about. It forever, as you can see, it forever left a mark on me. But how are we supposed to pay this rent? Well, a wise donor once told me, there are not 1, but 5 kinds of givers in the world. Givers of money, givers of time, givers of knowledge, givers of their voices, and givers of goodwill. So, I wonder, what kinds of givers are each one of us? Speaking of that, would you all like to hear another song? Yes. Awesome. So this is a song that I really believe exemplifies old as gold. This is one of my favorite Bollywood songs ever. And I have a feeling you all will know what this one is. And so as I sing this, I would encourage you all to keep thinking. Maybe you all already know what kinds of givers you are, and that's a beautiful thing. But perhaps for you and your kids, your grandkids, maybe they're struggling because they're maybe thinking, man, I don't have that much money. I am so busy with schoolwork and all of these, or college work, all these different things. What can I do to help? I want to help. I know our generation wants to help. But how do we do it? I think this song gives a beautiful answer to that. Ready when you are. मधुबन खुशबू देता है, सागर सावन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है. Also, I realized a lot of you may know the lyrics, so please sing with me. Don't hesitate. सूरज ना बन पाए तो बन के दीपक जलता जल. ओ सूरज ना बन पाए तो बन के दीपक जलता जल. फूल मिले या अंगारे, सज के राहों पे चलता जल, सज की राहों पे चलता जल. दिल वो दिल है जो औरों को अपनी धड़कन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है, सागर सावन Thank you so much. So next slide, please. Step 2, lose yourself. What's step 2, everyone? Yes. I'm not sure how many of you will know this person if I name him. His name is Eminem. He's a rapper. There's a song from him called Lose Yourself, and that's why I had to put a picture of Mahatma Gandhi ji up here, so nobody confuses this step with that song. Because I once heard a beautiful quote by Mahatma Gandhi ji that goes like this. Could we click, please? Does it show up? Yep. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Yeah, I know, right? So, okay, let's say we have figured out what kind of giver we are, or what kinds of giver we are. Now, how are we supposed to give these gifts? Through our passions. Because when we pursue our passions, next slide please, we can become noticed in ways that, oh, I think, did we skip a slide? I wonder. I guess not. That's fine. When we pursue our passions, we become noticed in ways that we could never have been noticed by taking any other career path. I truly believe this, and part of it is because my mom and dad invested in my dream to do music, to speak. Without this, I would not be here, much less be able to do all the things that I've been able to do today. Performing in 9 countries, all of the different things Ankita ji talked about in my bio. So, I wonder, what do all of you love to do the most? What do we love to do even when the hours get long? Even when the tasks become Herculean? Because Steve Jobs, I think, hit the nail on the head when he said, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And you know what? Now that I think about it, maybe losing yourself has more to do with that Eminem song than I thought it did. So, would you all like to hear a little bit?
Yes.
Awesome. So this is kind of a fusion of rap and Indian classical music. I've called it Raga Rap. So I hope you enjoy this, you could say, musical subgenre. Yeah. This is Lose Yourself. If you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? Yo, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting, but he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, plow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rhythm. He choked, he's so mad that he won't give up daddies. He know he won't have it, he knows. This whole back to these roads, it don't matter, he's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stacked that he knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody, better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass. You lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, so not miss your chance to done yet. This is just the beginning. You ready? Thank you so much. So does everyone remember what the first step was, by any chance? Step 2? Lose yourself. And now, last but not least, could we go forward a slide, please? Yeah. Step 3, love. What's step 3, everyone? Love. Can we all, I think we can bring some more love into the room, yeah? What's step 3, everyone? Love. Love. How many of us want to be handsome? Girl, ladies, I'm talking to you too. Come on, raise your hand if you want to be handsome. Or at least you want other people to call you handsome. So, I think this is something that I especially, feel passionate about when it comes to telling the youth. People at my age, what if the secret to being handsome is not how you look or what other people think of you? Because, next slide please, former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji said these words, "I am not handsome, but I can give my hand to someone who needs help. Because beauty is required here, not here. In the heart, not in the face." I know. These legendary personalities have the best quotes, don't they? So how can we give helping hands to someone every day without asking for anything in return? Not from the people we help, not from the people around us, not even from God. Maybe it's encouraging strangers, or maybe it's forgiving friends who won't forgive us. Maybe it's thanking our parents for always looking out for us, even when they're overprotective. And maybe it's, maybe it's telling our kids what is best for them, even when they are not yet ready to listen. They'll come back later and thank you, right? And maybe it's by making sure that no child in India ever ever quits school because of hunger. So thank you is not enough for me to express my gratitude, but to all the 9,000 warriors in India who prepare this, beautiful food and serve so many children who are most in need in India every day, every single day. To all the 35,000 people that are part of this family, our family in Akshya Patra in the USA. To all the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, maybe it's even millions, I don't even know. All the people in the Akshya Patra family throughout the world. All the committee members, all the donors, all the volunteers, all the ambassadors. I think can we give them all a huge round of applause, please? Because I think they show us what love really means. To give to people who cannot give you anything back. So my friends, as the faces of our culture and the faces of Akshya Patra, let's follow in the footsteps of these people. Shall we? Let's not just find ways, but make ways to pay it forward by losing ourselves in love, because that is the only way that we will leave the world brighter than we found it. And can we move to the next slide, please? All it takes is one match, or should I say, one diya to light a bonfire. So, are you ready, all of you, in your own special ways, to be diyas of seva from here on out? Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Yes. Now that is the energy of a crowd of love. And speaking of love, are you all ready for one more song?
Yes.
Okay, this is a song that it's an original song. It's about the power of love to unite. It's about the beauty of the present moment. But it's not just a song to think about, it's also a song to dance to. So, for everyone who is young and young at heart, I encourage you all this time, feel free to not just clap along, but get out please and dance a little. And sing once you know the words. The chorus goes like this: love forever, dance together, make our world into something better. Music plays, don't be afraid. Embrace the present, it's a gift. Love today, in every way. Always love today. So this is Love Today, co-performed by me and my musical friend Biana Pinchuk, co-written by the two of us and Miss Sylvia Dreyfus, and produced by the legendary producer, Mr. Tony Dofa. And I pray that you all enjoy listening to this song and dancing to this song and everything as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. So are you ready to hear it?
Yes.
All right. In the spirit of the poem, Maya Angelou, most people will forget what you do and what you say. Hey, let's be real. People remember how you make them feel, so do unto others for sure do well. But your feeling acts begin to grow. Tomorrow's unknown, and that's okay. The past is gone, just love today. Nothing feels the same today. It's like the world can bring me down. Got an angel watching over me, singing high above the ground. People doing kindness, random acts of kindness, spreading love each day. Doing kindness, acts of kindness, chain reaction like a kindness boomerang. Dance together, make our world into something better. Music plays, don't be afraid, embrace the present, it's a gift. Love today, in every way, always. Hard to find my way, some days need a bright light to be guiding. Might get low when the skies turn gray, got to practice to keep gliding. It's alright, it's alright, I can rise to new heights, just like flowers grow and rivers flow. There is one thing that I know, love forever, dance together. Come on, make our world into something better. Music plays, don't be afraid, embrace the present, it's a gift. Love today, in every way, always. So many lives snuffed out by hate's impossible to contemplate. Its meaning will only keep us guessing. May the memories be for blessing. Every day is a gift, so I'm blessed and grateful. Life is a test, you wins only a handful. So what we gonna do in our short time? Do unto others, it's a state of mind. So come join the mindset, you'll never regret it. We are the light of the world, reflecting. No dream is too small, no dream is too big. Be amazingly human, always hope you did. For hope is a chariot powered by hugs. Love's unconditional, no matter what. So give a hug and help us give. Cause in the end, love always wins. Come on, dance together. I wanna see some of you dance. Come on, let's get up. I appreciate that you all were clapping along. So yeah, thank you so much everyone, and I will be back a little later, but I hope you all have an awesome rest of your evening. Thank you.
The economic divide between the rich and the poor always existed in the past and will continue to exist on this planet. However, our only hope to provide food security to everyone on this planet is a compassion in the hearts of the wealthy that makes them share their wealth towards the cause. Annadhan, or distribution of food, is considered to be the highest form of charity, Shreshtadhan, in Indian culture, and has been practiced in India since ancient times.
One of the important and successful programs of India to make significant strides towards zero hunger is the PM Poshan program.
If a single child were to be deprived of food or education, we will take that as our personal affront and we will move heaven and earth to solve that.
Akshya Patra Foundation is one such NGO, and we attempted a unique, centralized kitchen model as an implementing partner of the government's school meal program. We set up large, semi-automated, centralized kitchens to prepare 50,000 meals and even 100,000 meals at a time.
The word Akshya Patra is also derived from the same Mahabharata. The Pandavas were blessed with a divine vessel during their exile in the forest. This vessel, known as Akshya Patra, could produce unlimited quantity of food. Meals that we said we will deliver every day, and we deliver that every day for those beautiful children. The activities of the soldiers of Akshya Patra is not only cooking and delivering food day after day, but also to keep knocking at different doors day after day to evoke more and more souls to participate in this war against classroom hunger.
Today, Akshaya Patra has 72 kitchens in the country, feeding 2.1 million children every day in 24,000 schools. Over the last 24 years, we have served cumulatively 4 billion meals, and here we are to share the story of India and the story of Akshaya Patra Foundation.
Guys, that was an amazing performance by Sparsh. Now, it's time, to write your checks, okay? So I would like to thank Sanjeev Kumar, who is not here today. He's in India, launching his second book. It was a great performance. Lots of universities recognized him. So he could not be here today, but he has said that he will donate $5,000. So thanks to Sanjeev. And thanks to Piyush. I just called you, today, come and join us, and didn't know that you will donate $10,000. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Mohan, for your donation. Okay. So, guys, Vijay, please contribute as much as you can. Okay, no less than $500. Vijay Bhaiya, you already contributed. I thank you. Thank you. Now, this is a big table here. Okay. I don't know where is Sean. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. I hope it's a big amount. Yeah, my partner is here. Thank you. Vinod has been giving $20 every month during the last 1 year. Thank you. We want more from you. Okay. So please, there is a thing here, you can write a check. Okay? Satish, thank you for coming. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the donation. This is the Crown Point gang. Oh, nice to see you all. So please, you know, you're a gangster. I like that. But please pay like a gangster, okay? 500 each, okay? Thank you for coming. Hi guys, thank you for coming. Please, thank you.
Hey Ravi,
Yes.
Dr. Recker wanted to say something.
Oh, okay, I'll come to this table. Okay, Krish, go ahead.
I think this is one of the best cause of fundraising, and from this program, Sparsh commitment, we should be humble, and we should contribute as much as possible. And I would say, my part, I will commit $1,000 every year.
Thank you, Krish. Thank you. Vidya. Okay. Thank you. Yoshi, thank you. Thank you for coming. You're always there. I appreciate your spirit. Thank you for coming. So I know Kritish could not be here today. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you for being there all the time. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, here this is an important table here. Dr. Mohan Vishan, thank you for coming. Dr. Chalana, please. Okay. Thank you. I hope you like the cause is something very important for our heart. Gopal. Thank you very much, Gopal. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sudesh, thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much. And actually, this Akshya Patra is not only for children, even during natural calamities, and even during that, they chip in and they make thousands and hundreds of thousands, lakhs of meals and deliver it very efficiently. Recently, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, there was a lot of flood hit areas. Akshya Patra is very instrumental in delivering the foods to the needy people and even look at corners where normal people cannot go. And Anna canteens in Andhra Pradesh, and exclusively Akshya Patra runs those Anna canteens. And these places, they give quality food for 5 rupees, real good food, and even normal people, employees go there and eat. So it's a truly a feeding organization, not only kids, they feed the needy around the world. I think it's a good cause. You should open your heart and wallet, and after books, please chip in. And this is one cause, it's really worth giving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan.
Thanks, Mohan. I was going to recognize some of the key support and sponsors. I know Ravi Bharti has given us a $10,000 check, and I want to recognize him.
My pleasure.
Rajiv Khanna ji has given me $10,001 check, and I want to recognize him. Then we have American Choice that has been on anchor with us, also donated $2,000 check. NTL is the key sponsor, chief sponsor. They have donated a $6,000. High Properties have donated $1,000. Residential Clinical Services have donated $1,000. Northwest Home Health has donated $1,200. I wanted you all to thank for everything that you have so far done for us and for making us be more viable, which at one point we were in a small room at Briarcliff where we started, and we had not even people to fill that small room. And now we are here with people in Indiana donating so open-heartedly, giving us such great support. It fills my heart. I also co-chair the Chicago chapter of Akshya Patra, and I will tell you something that I feel. We are small in size compared to what the Chicago chapter size is. Like, 1/50th. Well, when it comes to the donations, our size is there 1/5. So I feel so happy today that we are small and brave and bright and have been successful in this chapter. Thanks again, everybody.
I think I'm the only one in between you and the dinner. So thanks a lot, as Dr. Sinha and all of our team members said, and thanks to you all. And as we mentioned about what we are doing for the floods in Vijayawada, so if anyone is interested, please feel free to come to our committee members or me or Naveen. We would be happy to take the support even after you go from here. And also, in addition to that, if there is any query regarding kitchen or anything else, and we really encourage you to visit our kitchens in India, or if you have anybody that you want to send also because you're here, and in the meantime, if you have anyone close friend in India that you really rely upon, feel free to send them. And whenever you visit next time India, the only request we have is please go and visit our kitchen. Please eat there, have your lunch, take along as many friends and family members you want to, meet kids, click a lot of videos. And I think this is the support that we really be thankful for. And have a really wonderful evening. And again, if there are any questions, we are around. And thanks to our Indiana chapter. Thank you.
Hello everyone, just wanted to introduce, we are going to have a dinner soon, so just wanted to... Closer. Sorry. So, I hope you are enjoying the evening, and I want to thank you, all of you, from my bottom of my heart, from entire Akshya Patra team, and all the volunteers to coming out here and helping us donating for the Akshya Patra. And I also want you guys to get one of the book which is outside. You will not regret it buying it later. Also, it is a wonderful book, so please do buy it. And just going through the little menu, dinner menu, we are going to have palak paneer. It's very delicious. Everything is from Gaylord, Illinois, and bangan bharta, dal, which is like a soup, and jeera rice and naan. So please enjoy the dinner and enjoy the evening. And thank you again for coming out from all the Akshya Patra. Thank you.
So we are going to be starting the dinner now, and I would like you all to actually enjoy the program, and we have some more surprises. I want to mention that the Molecular Feast is a book written with support from Darshana Ji by Ishan Patel. I want to highlight that because this is the first book her son has actually made, and it's a nutrition based book, and it's very suitable for the occasion. I would like to highlight that anyone willing to take it home with them, we are just doing it for $100 for each copy. We also have a book launch from Sanjeev Kumarji, who wanted to be here but wasn't able to because he just did this book launch in Delhi in a big way, actually, a stadium full of people. His book is Treasures of the Gupta Empire, and basically the whole idea of giving out the facts with evidence. Just like we think of evidence-based medicine, here is evidence-based history, and it's all in form of a book. You can have it for $300. So each of us can actually have this on your shelves, and it will be such a popular book. Just give it time. Why I'm saying it is going to be popular? Because it's bringing out something that was always ignored. The history, as we know so far, is actually going to be very much changed to the history that we would have in the future with evidence. So the evidence is by the coins that he has collected. He is a numismatist, and he has collected these coins, and he is doing a fabulous job on making it appear to the people as if it is something back of his hand. He has done a phenomenal job in collecting the coins, millions of dollars of investment for the sake of proving to the world that yes, the history that we know is actually different than the real things that were brought up. So now we are seeing the facts. And please look up. There is a copy for you to review. Feel free to approach me. It's one copy is $300. Response. For starting Akshya Patra kitchen in your area, I had started my journey with Akshya Patra, I would say about 6, 7, 8 years ago, when I first had the information and attended a similar type of event in Chicago. A lot of things ensued after that. My interest was kindled by connecting with the Akshya Patra in the Bangalore and Jharkhand, and there was interest by people to start from the get-go. They wanted a kitchen in their area. I was told that we would have a kitchen. We can have it by completely funded if one company is ready to support it. So what we did, we got to the state and the DC responded with the allotment of land. Once we got the land allotted to the Akshya Patra, after that, a company wanted, automatically they were interested to provide their CSR funds, which is company social responsibility funds, towards Akshya Patra. And the kitchen took off. Now it is serving the Hazaribagh children. And I'm proud to say that we would have a second one in very short time. in the Ramgarh area. So, and I just found out from Naveenji, he was mentioning that we will have one in Bihar, the very first one. So we are looking forward to a lot happening in the very impoverished corner of India, Bihar and Jharkhand.
Question I have is, you said there are 17 states out of 28 states in India have Akshya Patra. So that means 11 states don't have it. Is this because they don't need it? Or they are actually not fair? Or they are not out? What is the Akshya Patra? Or what is the way to set up a similar organization going in a particular state? Like I am from state of Goa. I don't see that there's Akshya Patra. Is there a reason why Goa doesn't need it? I don't know. Can you answer the question?
So that's exactly what I wanted to hear from as a question. Look, what actually happened was a groundbreaking thing. The state is very interested in supporting midday meals, but the public and private interaction has to happen, and there needs to be one person that basically connects the dot. So if you have one person on the ground that can, go through the phone calls and making things work like paperwork and stay on top of things and not let officers and officials put it under the rug, you would have the kitchen. Because most private firms in India want to have their CSR for a meaningful cause like Akshya Patra. You just have to bring it out to them. And our team of Akshya Patra is very well equipped in India for doing that. I can say that Sridhar Prabhuji and also Rompal Prabhuji, all these are sannyasis that are in the Akshya Patra. And I can connect you with if you are willing to. And if you donate land to Akshya Patra, the kitchen will be starting quite rapidly. We can start with 2-acre land, even that much of a size if we don't. Did I answer your question? Thank you, Dr. Iyer. Thank you, Dr. Iyer. I was bringing to your attention, we have to honor our Guinness Book World performing artist with that picture or photograph that we had, and there is a fee for $50 for each of the electronic links and copies. So please help make sure that we honor that. Appreciate that greatly. Thank you.
Mama and Papa put me into classes when I was 6, and so ever since then it has become the foundation of my music. So here's a song that gives homage to that, and it's a Bollywood song, so I have a feeling you all will know this one. So here is. I know you all will know this song, so I won't even say the name. गई मैली मोरी चुनरिया कोरे बदन सी कोरी चुनरिया हो गई मैली मोरी चुनरिया कोरे बदन सी कोरी चुनरिया जाके बाबुल से नजर मिलाओ कैसे घर जाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग सब वचन बिता के खो गई मैं ससुराल में आके भूल गई सब वचन बिता के खो गई मैं ससुराल में आके जाके बाबुल से नजर मिलाओ कैसे घर जाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग कोरी चुनरिया आत्मा मोरी नैन है माया जाल कोरी चुनरिया आत्मा मोरी नैन है माया जाल वो दुनिया मोरे बाबुल का घर ये मिलत ससुराल जाके बाबुल से नजर मिलाओ कैसे घर जाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाओ कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग दीम तनन दितन तन दिरिन दीम तनन दितन तन दिरिन दीम तनन दितन कदिरिन देरि देरि तन धूम ददरि दरि दनि दीम तनन दिरि दिरि दनि 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 दीम तनन दितन तन दिरिन दीम तनन दितन कदिरिन सप्त सुरन तीन ग्राम बंसी बाजे रे सनि सनि नि दनि दद बम मद Could we bring up the music, please? Mother, mama, garisa. Dada girda, dharan, dharan, the pad, paran, the nahi paran. Jandar, dhanage, dhanananananana. Narde, tumban, dim banan, dim banan, dim Okay, so the next song that I'm gonna sing is slightly more modern. So I have a feeling maybe some of the kids might know this song, but it's a very soulful song. So I think it's, something that everyone would love. Yeah, this is, I'm ready when you are. This is Abhi Mujh Mein Kahin. Oh, can we switch to the song after, please? Thank you. खुशियाँ छूम लूं, यारों लूं just realized after singing this that this song was incredibly apt for Akshya Patra. Because I just realized, Abhi mujhme kahi baki thodi si hai zindagi. That is what we can give to a child in need, to so many children in need, through our contributions, whatever they are, however small, however big they are. We can help a kid to say, Abhi mujhme kahi baki thodi si hai zindagi. Now I feel that I still have some life in me. See? It's so beautiful. And I love this song. As you can see, I love this song. I love Daga Chungi Mein Dag. And this last song is, again, this song to have fun to. So come on, everyone. Let's get up. Let's dance. And, I don't know. The heart is batamizi, so might as well be a little batamizi. And let's, adults, let's show the kids what it means to be young at heart. And kids, let's show the adults what energy is. Yeah? This is track number 5. Could you play track number 5, please?
Can you say about the Guinness World Record?
Ooh, yes, I will. Okay, I will do it as soon as I'm done. Get up on your feet, come on. Can we bring the music up, please? Come on, hey. Get on your feet, hey. Come on. Hey, pan mein khudi na dekha na kane ki na dekha chukini zameen dekhe jage na kami na dekha tani ne mere ho ke cheat kiya to sare tare ko dikhne ke liye pa para para pa para para pa para 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 pa para para pa para para pa para para hey meri baat zyada baat buri baat thali mein katora dekhe anubhat buri baat mere pीछे किसी ने repeat किया तो भैया मैंने तेरे को मारा मुक्का pa para para pa para para pa para 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 pa para para pa para para pa para para इसके भूत कोई चढ़ा है ठहरना जानना अब तो क्या बुरा क्या भला है फर्क पहचानना सिर पकड़ के खड़ा है कम वक्त छोड़ना जानना बदतमीज दिल मानना मानना बदतमीज दिल मानना मानना ये जो हाल है सवाल है कमाल है जानना जानना बदतमीज दिल मानना. Hey! Come on, I want to see some more people stand up. Come on, let's dance. Yeah, come on. हवा में हवा न देगा धीम का बाला न देगा सिंह का सिंगाड़ा का के शेर का घुरा न देगा पूरी दुनिया का गोल गोल चक्कर लेके मेरे दुनिया को मारा धक्का परा 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 ए मेरी बलगुट मेरी जोड़ी को ट्राई के पहाड़ पर 3 फुट मेरी फुट मेरे पीछे किसी ने रिपीट किया तो भैया मैंने तेरे मुंह पे मारा मुक्का अय्याशी के वन में से खुद को मोड़ना जानना कंबल बेवजह ये शर्म था ओढ़ना जानना सिर पकड़ के खड़ा है कंबल छोड़ना जानना बदतमीज दिल मानना सिंह बदतमीज दिल मानना. Hey! Come on! Yeah! All right, I love it. Come, kids, you all want to come in here? Those of you who are here, come on. Come on. Let's show the adults what dancing is. Come on. Oh, they're doing amazing. आज सारे चांद तारे बन गए हैं डिस्को लाइट्स जल के बुझा के हमको बुला के कह रहे हैं party all night नाता बेतुके दिल लगी से तोड़ना जानना आने वाले कल की फिक्र से जोड़ना जानना सिर पकड़ के खड़ा है कम वक्त छोड़ना जानना. Everybody sing बदतमीज दिल मानना मानना बदतमीज दिल मानना मानना ये जो हाल है सवाल है कमाल है जानना जानना बदतमीज दिल मानना. That's amazing. Interesting. So, thank you. Alright, since you had asked, Guinness Book of World Record, okay. I don't want to make a long story short. Okay, so, between 8th grade and 9th grade, I had a spinal fusion surgery. So I had very severe scoliosis. My back was curved about 80 degrees on both sides. So, and that actually happens at around the age that I did my surgery and for people with my condition, osteogenesis imperfecta or brittle bones. So at around that age, you know, we saw a doctor. We actually saw my doctor first. He said, you know, we can do the surgery. Then we found out about another doctor in a different, in Delaware, and his technology, everything was top notch. He's like, you also should do the surgery. And the funny thing is, because of, you know, he had the top techniques and technologies, he actually brought my doctor over to watch the surgery and learn from him. So it was amazing. Now the surgery was the most painful, grueling surgery I've ever had. Months and months of recovery. But during my first follow-up, you know, we were just checking on my health. And I was never really an exerciser. Everyone would tell me to exercise, never wanted to. I would eat like crazy, but I would not exercise. And that time, the surgeon, during my first follow-up, he said, actually he's Gujarati too. It was really cool. Fun fact. Though he came, he was like, you need to watch your weight. Because if you don't, there may be a point of no return. I was like, oh snap. This was my wake-up call. So I started controlling my diet, and then I started, through physical therapy, I started learning how I could do physical activity. Physical therapy, the place I went to in Edison, it was the first time I learned that I could lift light dumbbells. It was the first time that I learned how to use a red cord. It was physically liberating for me. I actually found out how I could use my body and hone my body and treat my body like the temple that it is. And so we started doing, he said, I recommend core exercises for your back. So somehow, maybe he had suggested to me, I had said, we found out this exercise where basically I lie flat on my bed and I lift my legs at a 45-degree angle and keep them there for as long as possible. I started with like a minute, but every day I would increase by at least a minute or 30 seconds. First it was 30 seconds, and then I would increase by a minute. So very slowly building my endurance. A year or two went by, and one day Dad was helping me give a shower, and he's like touching over here. It's like, what is that? It's so hard. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah. He's like, you're getting 6 packs. I'm not kidding. And I had no idea too. Then I looked down and I'm like, there's no way. So this is what Dad will say, like without a crunch, but doing this exercise, the endurance. And so on and off for 2 years, I keep practicing. But that day, you know, Papa planted a seed in me. You should try getting a Guinness World Record for this. Because by that time I was doing an hour a day. I could keep it up for an hour at once. So then we decided to do the record half a year to a year later because of COVID. But I kept doing it. And by the time that we did it, I am extremely blessed to say, I hope this doesn't sound like I'm coming from a place of bragging. So I was doing 1 hour a day every day, but I had no idea I was able to pull pull it off as much as I could that day. When we got to an hour, Papa and I were kind of fighting. We were negotiating with each other. I'm like, can I do 5 minutes more? I think I can do 5 minutes more. Let's do 10 minutes more. Doing that got to an hour and a half. And I was like, just 30 more minutes, come on man, like just 5 more minutes, 10 more minutes. We kept doing this. Finally at 2 hours, everyone was like, stop. So in my physical therapy office, where I learned to truly exercise and you know how valuable my body is for the first time and how to use it, at that same place, on one of the beds, I did a Guinness World Record, and I hold the Guinness World Record for longest raised leg hold of a person of short stature, although technically I haven't seen anyone break it yet, even of regular stature, which means I have to break the record now. So that's what I'm gonna do. Currently the record is 2 hours, but who knows? One day I might do 3. Woo. So that is the story. And yeah, tell me.
Oh, it's up there.
Oh, yep, there you go. There you go. That's what we did. That's the story.
The existing record was 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he clocked 120 minutes.
Wow. I guess ultimately, I just hope that it inspires more people like me to exercise. Because, yeah, I used to think that I could not, maybe this was part of me. I know part of it was laziness, I didn't want to exercise. But maybe part of me in the back of my head was thinking that with my condition, I could not exercise. But I can work out intensely. This experience taught me that, so I hope that it inspires so many people. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your condition, your ability or not. Anyone can exercise, just like anybody can dance. You know that movie, right?
You want to do that one song? Anybody can dance?
Do you all want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right then. Since we mentioned it, all right, here's Bezuba from Anybody Can Dance. So this is track 2. No, wait. Yeah, it's track 2. Please. Can we bring up the volume a little, please? है जो लहू मेरा बहता चला, देखो जुनून मेरा कहता चला, ख्वाबों का था मकान जो रहता चला, बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा, बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा, बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा, बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा. Come on, clap along with me. Hey, all right. Okay, no pains, no fear, no shouts, no tears. I wanna make my life long, peaceful and clear. Me, you, who wanna live here, so just let me breathe. बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा, बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा, बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा, बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा. ओ ख्वाबों का तेरे किस्सा हूँ, तेरा ही तो मैं हिस्सा हूँ, मुझको ना कर यूं जुदा. Can anybody tell on me? No, no, you better not stop me, you better not fight me. From who I wanna be is my destiny. So yo, Mr. Spinner, here comes the winner. Play on the bass, I'm in the race. No pace, no fear, no shouts, no tears. I wanna make my life long, peaceful and clear. Me, you, who wanna live here, so just let me breathe. Come on, let it go, let it go, let it go. Hey. Come on! Whoa! मेरी जगह तेरी निगाहों में हो ना हो, मैं चला उन राहों में जो लड़खड़ा गया कहीं, तो आओगे तुम ही, तो थामोगे तुम ही, तो फिर बेरुखी क्यों है मुझसे, क्यों ऐसे भला वो मुझसे खफा. बेजुबान कब से मैं रहा, बेगुनाह सहता मैं रहा, बेजुबान कब से builders say. Thank you so much. So yeah, again, this was thank you so much. This was such an honor to be here today. Thank you all for being so awesome. Thank you all for all of your contributions, for showing up, paying it forward by losing yourselves in love. And I am so excited for when I get to come to Indiana next. Yeah. God willing, it will be very soon. So thank you so much for having me. Good night. Thank you.
So, I just want to share a short thing. Like when Ankita ji called me about 3.5 months ago, and first week of May, we had a big car accident. And my wife and I and Sparsh were in the car. And we both got saved, my wife and I, because of the airbags. But the guy who got injured was him. Our car got totaled. He had casts all over his body. Both his ankles, both his knees, both his wrists and left shoulder were in a cast. And Ankita ji calls me, we have an event happening in Indiana chapter. It's an upcoming, chapter, and we really want Sparsh there. And I was like, can we even go? I don't even know. And I told him, Sparsh, what are your thoughts? And he's like, Dad, say yes to Ankita ji. We are going to Indiana. And now we are here because it's all his positivity. So like when he was born, right, as a parent, our job was to give him positivity. But now it's the other way around. It's flowing back. So we are blessed to have him in our lives.
అది ఫుల్ కనపడలేదు ఫుల్ కనిపించట్లేదా ఇప్పుడు ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్
Dr. Rai, I was wondering if you would have a picture with Sparsh.
Thank you so much to all of you, and we have very, very special Dr. Bharat Barai joining us. So this event is even more beautiful now. So thank you so much, Dr. Bharat Barai, for being here. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for coming. This is a very worthy cause to feed the children. And many children in India, their parents send them to school. You know why? Because that will be lunch time for them. So that has been a big attraction, especially for some of the girls in the rural area, whose parents will not send them to school, but because there is a good lunch provided by Akshya Patra. So grateful to all of you for supporting the cause, and Sparsh, of course, with the wonderful acumen that he has, entertainment. The third time I'm hearing you, Sparsh, but I'm impressed. So we want to thank you all for coming and motivating everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Try to help. Akshya Patra has been doing year after year. Last year I saw Sparsh in Chicago area, and now here, and I hope he comes every year. And I want to congratulate Saket ji for making it possible. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for encouraging these little children who are coming for lunch, but also for the education. And I really admire all of you to support this kind of organizations. At the same time, I am impressed with Sparsh. His intelligence, his way of singing is really, really very sweet and very good. I enjoyed all the songs, Sparsh. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, I would like to thank all the volunteers. I think we came together in the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks we started back, and it is amazing that we are able to pull this off. Thank you, Sakit, for your leadership.
Thank you.